Hello, everybody. This is the Mad Salvi coming to you today with a little bit of a review of this thingy, the Scott Pilgrim anime thing that Netflix popped out with. It popped out with something interesting, and it was an interesting departure from what most people were expecting. A lot of people were expecting, basically Scott Pilgrim takes the world or versus the world all over again. But they did promise from the beginning that they were going to be doing something a bit different. There was a studio that took the whole thing. It was a Japanese animation studio. What was their name again? It was basically, they just redid everything.
Subscribe.
They just basically it's a whole reimagining of everything. It's less of a continuation from the movies and more of basically like almost a reboot, but in a different way. It's not like a full-on reboot. But they definitely worked hard. The organization that did it worked really hard to give you a different perspective. Basically, what ends up happening is Scott Pilgrim isn't the main character of this one very much. He takes off to somewhere else. I guess I can do spoilers. I didn't want to do too many spoilers, but he takes off somewhere else. I'll kind of leave it vague. And it ends up becoming less of something for what he's doing and more of Ramona's, like a full-on Ramona arc. She is going and talking to all of her exes because Scott Pilgrim is no longer there. And she's trying to figure out why they're no longer there. Bit of spoilers, I guess. Yes. And you go through all of the different exes, of course. Find a little bit more of the stories of them. Why, what happened after Ramona, did her thing, you broke up with them, etc. And how it affected them. She does make peace with many of them. Like, apologizes for all the stuff that she's done. The fact that she, it seems that every time she falls in love with somebody, she runs away. That is one thing that she apologizes for, which is good. It's a bit of a redemption arc for Ramona in this case. They did change a couple of things because I think before she was a deliverer for Amazon. Now she's a deliverer for Netflix because of the fact that, yes, this is a Netflix show. But I do enjoy the whole path that they take with the Ramona arc. Pilgrim, of course, they pop in and out with that. But I really did actually enjoy the whole thing. I'm not a super big Scott Pilgrim person, but they did a lot of good exposition, a lot of good storytelling, a lot of good visual storytelling. As like you can even tell from the freaking from things back here. Yeah, Ramona is different. She's changes her hair quite a bit. The different places where they are, like that's Scott Pilgrim being somewhere else. Yeah, this is quite a bit of a redemption arc. And of course, they're in love with each other and everything like that. So she definitely wants, to find him and to make sure that he's okay. I absolutely loved the animation style. Absolutely. Oh yeah, it was Saru. It was the Studio Saru or whatever. That was the people who did it. Anna Managuchi, did the whole background music and everything like that. I have it muted because sometimes you have a little bit of issues with music on YouTube's. But this is like Mortal Kombat stuff. But yeah, it's basically, it's fun. It's a very, very fun thing. I didn't want to spoil too much of it, but I do, like I said, I do like the exposition of it. I do like everything that happened there. A lot of in fact, I think all of the original voice cast is there, which is lovely. It's wonderful. They did a really, really good job with this. I mean, a really good job with everything. So I do appreciate all the work that they put in there. I didn't want to go too far into it. Like, there's a bit of spoilers here and there. I tried to make it as vague as I possibly could so you can watch everything and see exactly what happens each episode. Once again, this is a very, very surface level and amateur review of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off from Netflix. I do appreciate you. Love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.